Hello friends, Maggie here with FED's giveaway announcement. Thank you all for all your comments and for entering. Honestly, it was just a lot of fun to read comments. I read some, but Adam reads all of them. But I don't read all of them, but I read every single one on this one. And without any further ado, we decided to give away 2 Steam keys instead of 1 because I just couldn't decide. So I chose one, and then I also did a random one because I just felt bad. So our 2 winners today, the first one is Bry Guy. Congrats, you won the first Steam key to Dark Deity. And then our second one is Coolman129921. So if that's you, message Adam on Discord. The link should be in the description, and we'll get those Steam keys over to you. Congratulations to you both. I hope you enjoy the game. And again, thank you to everyone for entering. It was just a lot of fun. That's all for now. Back over to Adam.
Hello friends, Adam here with FED. So, I had this idea that maybe we should make a tier list about the stories of Fire Emblem, because I never really talk about the stories and how I feel about them. But I didn't want to just do like a good or a bad story, whatever. It's kind of boring, and honestly I don't think I'm very qualified to talk about it that way. But what I do feel qualified to talk about is how it made me feel. So we're going to have cheery, fine, and actual depression as our tiers, and we're going to put every game in there. Every game in there aside from... Actually, no, we're even going to include spin-offs, I think. We'll do spin-offs for sure, yeah. And if I haven't played a game, I'll mention something, but there's only like 1 on here. There's only like 2 on here I haven't played extensively. Actually 3, so... But we'll get to that in a second. Alright, so FE1, or Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light, is one of the cheeriest games in the series. The music is happy, the colors are happy, it's just all happy. I love how happy this game makes me feel. It's just such a chill, happy environment, man. FE1's good for cheering you up. Unless you get really frustrated at the pace of the game, then that could be a problem, maybe that'll make you angry. But overall, like, the story is just simple and cheery. The characters are colorful and happy. I like it. Cheery game for me. Very cheery. Gaiden, I'm just going to say it's fine. It doesn't have the same charm to me that FE1 does. But Gaiden still has some of that magic, the NES magic. That nostalgic stuff for me. But not as much as FE1. But it's still good. I still, of course, enjoy it because it's Fire Emblem. But it doesn't make me as cheery. Alright, Mystery of the Emblem, FE3. This one, I don't know. There's some moments that make me really sad in Book 2. But I think overall it's just fine. It doesn't make me super happy either. It's just fine. I like the combat animations though. They kind of cheer me up a little bit. They're really goofy and fun. But overall, just fine. Just a fine time. FE4 makes me sad. Genealogy of the Holy War is such a sad game, man. People dying left and right. The story's all sad. It's just kind of weird at moments too. It's all sad. Sad game. Sad just story. I don't know if anyone would really disagree with me. The story makes me sad. Nothing good happens in part 1, man. Or the first generation. But first generation is just sad. Second gen's a lot more cheery and uplifting. But overall, the game just makes me kind of sad. Maybe that's just also because the game kind of drives me nuts. But whatever. FE5, although it's one of my favorites, yeah, it makes me sad. the whole game is basically just like Leaf and his army losing. Or barely surviving. Until closer to the end, you know? And that makes me so sad. The story's just like, oh, well, this person died that you like. Sorry. And Leaf's like, oh, well, frick. Do I even deserve to be a leader guy? And they're like, hey, shut up, you have to be. It's so sad. Leaf is cool, I love the characters, but overall the tone is just depressing. Still love playing it. I guess I just love being sad. I don't know what that says about me as a person. Alright, Binding Blade, that's just fine. I don't know. It's not as happy. I'll talk about other GBA games in a second. It's not as happy for me as other ones. As one other one, I'll say. It's just fine, though. Just fine. Just kind of your standard story. Bad things happen, good things happen. You know, there's victories and triumphs and losses and all that. That's fine. But FE7, that game is cheery as heck for me, man. I don't know why. Maybe it's the colorful cast of characters that I'm really familiar with and grew up with. Maybe it's just like the colorful animations in general, and I just feel like the game overall is just more colorful and happy than Binding Blade. So yeah, FE7, aka Blazing Sword, aka Blazing Blade, aka Fire Emblem, is a really cheery game for me. Partially the music too. So yeah, I like that game. I mean, there's sad moments, of course, but the overall like demeanor of the cast is just happy. Sacred Stones has some messed up stuff in it, man. Sacred Stones is dark as heck, and all the monsters and stuff are like creepy. I don't know. That game makes me sad. Also, I just don't like playing it, so maybe that's why. But yeah, it makes me sad. FE9, Path of Radiance, definitely a cheery game. Yes, I know that like Alencia's parents are dead, and her uncle is, I don't know, I won't say anymore, I guess spoilers and stuff, but like, I understand that like there's sad things that happen, because there's sad things that happen in any story, but overall, again, it's just colorful, happy cast, the characters just overall are really fun, and yeah, the game is just, the story is really hopeful, I feel like, you know what I mean? As you're playing through the game, you feel like you have hope the entire time. There's very little moments where you just feel like you're at a loss. Like there's only like really one major one in chapter, just before chapter 8. But aside from that, though, I feel like the game overall is very hopeful. So, yeah, really great. I mean, there's also that moment in is that chapter 21 or 22? The one with all the priests. After that chapter, that's actually really sad and weird and kind of twisted. And then all the stuff with Izuka is also weird and twisted. But overall, the game itself is very cheery and happy, and I have very fond memories of that in that way. Radiant Dawn. Radiant Dawn's just fine. I don't know, it's actually kind of sad. I don't know, it has some really sad themes. I'm going to put it in actual depression. Some really sad themes throughout the stuff, and like the futility of fighting against, you know, bigger powers than yourself, and I mean, ultimately you overcome like God and stuff, right? Or goddess, the goddess Ashura. But before that, there's like these blood contracts that just put you in horrible situations in the main story. I don't think, you know, a second playthrough where you can recruit. There's two characters that die that you can in the normal playthrough, but then you can recruit them later in a second playthrough if you do some special requirements. Like one of their deaths is like literally pointless, and it's so sad. When they realize it's pointless, like, oh frick, that was pointless. This is horrible, and they even make one of the main characters do it. Like, I don't know, it's just sad. So, some really sad moments in that game. And overall, I don't think of the story of Radiant Dawn and say, oh yeah, that was happy and fun. I think, oh, that was sad and depressing. So, yeah, we'll go there. Shadow Dragon. Where is Shadow Dragon on here? Is Shadow Dragon not on here? This the list I have? Or am I just blind? Oh, there it is. It's fine. I'm just gonna put it in fine. Same with the mystery. I don't know. Overall, they're both just fine to me. Awakening. Awakening overall is very cheery for me. Very cheery. For the similar reasons that other ones are. Yeah, there's sad moments. But you always feel hopeful. Things are always going to work out in the end. Fates. I don't know. Revelations is fine. Or Revelation. Sorry, not Revelations. There's no S at the end, I don't think. But Birthright. Like, there's just... Even just a couple of moments that make me really sad. So the actual depression. Echoes, actual depression. Just the overall tone of Echoes is really dark compared to other Fire Emblem games. In how it handles like prisoners of war and stuff like that. So I don't know, and just death in general, and you know, I don't want to spoil it. Like super spoiler things happen, and it's really super sad. Towards the end, so yeah, actual depression for that one. Three Houses. Oh, Three Houses in... Oh, whoops, I don't have Three Houses here. Three Houses goes in fine, I don't really care. Three Houses goes in fine. And here comes all the comments of people who skip to the end. Where's Three Houses? Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Sharp FE. Counts, right? It's a pretty cheery game. Pretty cheery game. I haven't played a whole lot of it, but what I have played is pretty cheery. I don't know how you could get depressed playing that game, unless you like are anti-happiness. Tearing Saga, I kind of want to put it to cheery because overall Tearing Saga has a very lighthearted attitude towards everything. There's some really dark stuff that happens in it that makes you feel bad about yourself and feel sad. So we'll go with fine, but I could see it going into cheery. Fire Emblem Warriors, I'm just going to put it in fine. I've played it, but I don't have any feelings one way or the other on that one. Borwick Saga, actual depression. Just the overall tone, and then there's just some things that the game, like, it doesn't force the player to, but the game tricks the player into doing some things. It's really messed up. Makes you feel like a bad person. So, yeah. Heroes, I don't know. Heroes could just... I'm gonna put Heroes in fine. I don't like Heroes. BS Fire Emblem, it's just fine. Vysteria Saga, I haven't played enough Vysteria Saga to know one way or another how I feel about it. So I'll just put it in fine as well. But yeah, there you go. Those are my feelings on Fire Emblem games based on how depressed / happy they make me. So yeah, share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think? These tiers aren't ordered in any specific way, but if you wanted to tell me your ordering, I'd be interested in that too. But yeah, please share your thoughts in the comments. Again, if you won the Dark Deity Steam Key raffle thing, make sure to DM me on Discord. Just join the Discord, which is in the link in the description, and then you can either @ me or just DM me there. You'll find me on the Discord pretty easy. I'm just FED. So you can do that. Make sure to do that to the 2 people who won. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't. I'll catch you later, friends.